Decided na omo decision no say Baumia and na any omunim na omo so a omo support no so omo so omo ya de say enedue omo so de omo kumapa abeta omo nua keto echi Baumia say Baumia any omunim na yekokoko de no ni break the 8 it is possible answer na me schedule medina say no me producer but 2 videos are actually how a victory ne baye and the so the acceptance speech of Kennedy Pond na for the mention me medina say no for the first video no Baumia Nigeria when ya after they declared as the winner into your video no kakra na ye buy for the so Kennedy Pond so the speech or the buyer then I zoom into the analysis.
Ghana's ruling party on Saturday elected the country vice presidents as their candidate for the 2024 presidential vote. Mahamudu Bawumia wants the vote of the New Patriotic Party delegates who had to choose between 4 aspiring candidates.
The significance of this victory is not lost on me. I am humbled and overwhelmed.
The country's vice president and former deputy governor of the central bank hopes to succeed the outgoing head of state, Nana Akufo-Addo.
You have honored me, an honor I can never, ever, ever forget. And have allowed me to serve the party, and through the party, to serve the people of Ghana. I've done my best, but I still have one more task to do. And that is, with all my strength, all my energy, to help the new flag bearer, to help Mahamudu Bawumia win the election of 2024.
Mahamudu Bawumia will face in December 2024 former President John Dramani Mahama, who was chosen in May to carry the colors of his party, the National Democratic Congress.
Hand over the flag.
Ghana's ruling
we video know the victory and then the comments of the various aspirants and the presidents in Obiano. It shows clearly say the party is united. Now let's look at one person an analysis called Amano Kennedy Pond and the role in the campaign. I'm going to look at it critically and see where Kennedy Pond fits into it. But let's look at the brilliant speaker Kennedy or the main contender no Elusia no Nsem Kennedy too or very critical in my analysis. Producer my Kennedy acceptance speech.
The showdown, popularly known as the showdown. Honorable Kennedy Abrabo and Abrabo. The showdown. Hey. Kennedy Abrabo the master. Master. DJ, thank you. Oh boy. Cho boy. MPP will say yeah. Yeah. MPP will say yeah. Yeah. MPP. Yeah. MPP. Say aye. Mr. President, the First Lady, the Vice President, the Second Lady, Chief of Staff, National Chairman, Council of Elders Chairman, Election Committees Chairman, my colleagues, aspirants, all protocol observed. Indeed, it's a great day today. I believe the party has been fair and transparent. Yes! That is the only thing I've always been preaching. And I must admit, this election is fair. And my grassroots have spoken. And therefore, I accept the results in good faith. I pledge my support that we're going to work tirelessly to break the age. So, party members that we are here, we should put everything behind us and let's unite this party. With unity, I believe we can break the age. And that is all I've been preaching for. So I congratulate the Elections Committee, the Police Department, Electoral Commission, and the party members for the commitment you've shown for peace. And I want to assure you, in 2024, the showdown is being translated to NDC. Showdown. We have to come together and give NDC a showdown. Showdown! So, once again, I want to say thank you to my team for working hard, my wife for the support she gave me, and the party faithfuls who believe in me and voted for me. I say a big thank you to you, and I'll never forget you. So let's come together and success will be ours. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Have a sister party in the United Kingdom, the Conservative Party, and we have Laura Sanders and Rem Adi.
Let's come together and work together for the good of the party. That's Kennedy Pond. Now, I just want to zoom into the analysis and look at the election as a whole and the lessons. Say, dear, Baumia Winnie, only the flag bearer. But what lessons the party itself must learn the hard lessons in these elections. Because this election I call no make the quadra will say Baumia and Kennedy, these two a lot of lessons. And apart from Alan Chematia, ono anka awomua ono so be contribute to the success of this victory for the party, no. Say no, because ono fi no, we can't talk about Alan Chematia, but I'm looking at Baumia and Ken and the other aspirant omunya GD in the process. GD in the due process. The elections also no. You run the elections free and fair. Alan Chemate the only we free and fair, no. But all the aspirants will say the elections was free and fair. I believe say if Alan Chemate were to be part of it there, or be experiencing the free and fair. But currently, no, the butterfly, no air fly, echo be Nsem. But let's look at the role of Baumia and Kennedy Japan. These two key people. The other contestants say yeah there, but you could see say numbers, you know, it was so disappointing. And you know, when you look at the other contestants now, I don't want to look at their contribution, but our contribution is say they stayed in the process, they believe in the process, no. But Ken and Baumia, these two, I say papa. Now look at the analysis, simple. Baumia stood there, say Obia or your party faithful in these elections. Analysis of Bado. Baumia believe in the party. Baumia play according to the rules. Baumia promoted the principles of the party. Baumia jina ho and my party no. Ekun kudidi party no. And you could see say Baumia campaigning niano ye niano on issues unity. But that really helped the party. And my party no the strength. Because at the end of the day, no, Baumia told the whole Ghana and the constituencies, 275 constituencies, it's not easy for them to go round and campaign no almost the party no any Kenya ba party ni mu my party na ka adano anyane ama party na ayehye enti yenda Baumia si sronko ewo adwumedi potia odi ye a odi ne ho to on ne sika ne dadaji and the team no they went round to rejuvenate the party to rekindle the base and ensure say at the end of the day no they gave them hope. Now with Kennedy, some of us took Kennedy on, but we know the reason why we took Kennedy on. Because Kennedy in this election, you know, play very, very important and vital role. And let me last ample. Me analyzing Kennedy role play, you know. Kennedy came into this contest, you know, although with the intention to win, but play a very important role. And that role, no, I say you're booking the pound about so papa. And everybody be also support to the pound campaign, no. Young man about so because Omabwa ama MPP who the bobre. Now look at Kennedy campaign. Kennedy behave say or yeah outside the party. Kennedy put on the posture of NDC. The way NDC be behave. Kennedy went to the grassroots and Ogo Nokoti grassroots no omo grievances and their pain and their disappointment and then the frustration against the party and the ruling government. Nyama nanado abaye ya party members ni bi abamebu nyama party ni ya omo ni hono. Those people who are grieved, people who are not happy with the system, people who were protesting on a quiet note, no. Kennedy went there and then brought them on board. And the Kennedy campaign was to touch the grassroots base, make sure so no money kasa, to tell them, give them hope. Say, ono ba obabuomo. It also the Kenyan suko abaye because now there were a lot of people who were quiet and were not happy. But Kennedy went and touched that base, and now making sure say play those people against the party and the government. And you watch Kennedy play campaign was against the government of the day, another government, the things that often say is not going on right within the government, and also he was also attacking the party for some of the things that they have done, abandoning the grassroots and the foot soldiers, and then Ken was strongly doing that campaign, and in that one, it makes the party have to respond, and that is exactly what Bawumia team and the Bawumia campaign responded. First, Kennedy played the role of NDC. Osheda started say, my party the pressure, party ni be lose, party ni cannot do this. So na NDC can, and so Kennedy stood there as NDC and put pressure on the system, pressure on the party, pressure on the government. It worked. Because NMI also because he was attacking the party, we also have to do everything to attack him and the team. And today rehearsals. So analysis, that's what happened. Bawumia stood for the government and then the party. So he was focused and trying to win the base and trying to put the party in a green light. Like my party there, whilst the point campaign was to go to the grassroots and look for those who are not happy with the party and the government. And if also behave like he is an NDC attacking his own party, and that's why some of us also decided to attack him. Because when you attack MPP party, some of us will attack you. But all in all, at the end of the day, the Bible says, I didn't Emma omo rade. So whether good or bad, don't know. Nyakere de ye niano. One, abwama party ne hunisinto, government ne hunisinto, party ne to me resist Kennedy moves and a party ne din kunim. So Kennedy should be commended. Kennedy has done a lot in terms of resources, in terms of bringing the party to a level that they have to strategic party, and the government, and then they responded well. And that is why you could see, he garnered almost about 30%. And these 30% are the people that are happy with the ruling government and the party base. And Kennedy stood there for those who are not happy and those who think that, look, the party needs to sit down and work. And at the end of the day, Kennedy has done a lot for the party, and I don't expect anybody to look at Kennedy as an enemy. He has played the role and in ensuring effective and efficient campaigner. Emma, NPP and the party and Bawumia one stretch it. I'm fighting a good fight. It's a rehearsal. And they say lawyers chambers. They say lawyer chamber say who the was a lawyer chamber. Every good chamber no bar so who the was a ma. As some of their brain no. Yen chambers ye lawyers 5 and a lawyers 6 What's some bakuna ye chelo is no 2 3 waha na 3 waha na yenga start the chambers lawyers now the same lawyers no yeah pro and then against it 3 lawyers be say omo fight omo ye lawyers no na 3 lawyers no so ye opponent lawyers da ye ni boko shia it for example who do asama breme me lawyers ye 6 were chambers ye nim say wo be fa me no wo na oni ko no so e ko fa lawyer enti ni akofa lawyer no ye 3 lawyers no be ye say ye di wasama mo na 3 lawyers no so omo wo ye chambers no so aye say omo so omo ketia wo omo behave as if omo ye lawyers ye ni omo kokun wo court no enti mo say in the chambers no lawyers no ya che ye mu 3 ko ama case no 3 so ku tia case no eye rehearsals enti 3 no the omo ye ne say omo kanyama eye en favor your clients no omo punch the loopholes omo chire your weaknesses in the case tell be ya chambers so ya be responding na ewie a na efe de ye hu ye bobre sa na football so tie football training say players in ya ko bola so mo 22 a omo prepare omo ye training no na ya team into 2 the regular team no team na ebebo match no omo de the same team a enye regular no bo the regular for no stretching the main team no ebobo no iye and they say boxing so ko boxer no gym boxing gym na we say that afa obi no need the obekono boxer no akun. And that's exactly what Kennedy Japan did. He stood there and fought the party, fought the leadership, fought the government of the day, and has brought the best out of the party. So kudos to Kennedy Japan. Some of us also behave that way. Once you are fighting the party, we also fought you. Until what here? Me hano Mama Kennedy. I want to know. I went all out, and I thank God. Say Kennedy, being the responsible person, knew what I was doing, but the microphone didn't know what is happening. In all, no, Baumia and Kennedy camp and everybody be play a role in ensuring say the elections kudos to everybody. But what I'm so excited about is that Baumia's speech clearly shows say he understands the tax ahead. Or say, listen to me, the battle have started. He is not going to underrate the NDC. At the same time, no, he's calling for unity. And the first one him said the tax and yet tax ketwa. So we must unite and go all out there. The same way, no, Kennedy Paul so acceptance situation say, look, he has done his best for the party and he meant no harm. He is ready to put resources and expertise. And I can tell you, whatever can do in the campaign, is part of the game. It's part of the game. Only will be too young Pierre. Kennedy doesn't mean whatever he said. And the supposed to say they are going to take Kennedy Pond statements as serious. A game no and but Kennedy Pond will respond. Now, with this victory for the party, I don't expect anybody to over rejoice. Let's rejoice with moderation. The work like I said, I started Mmra. It means person who will be better reasons. I don't want the MPP should stop finding out. Then Mmra Kennedy lose here. Then Mmra Kennedy way. I don't know. No. We should move beyond that. We can leave that for the MPP, NDC. Say baby, do know. Kennedy said, let's all bygone be bygone. But we also say the battle is has just started. So we need everybody on board. So I don't want to see now we team me and now we come me near obi during the contest no obi bia do achopi. Me too me did say Kennedy pom because be na anya year or the achame ne aketwa na me. Sa na me so obi kan bi kire tia me da che MPP mu nia na ba mia any kind na mo kono omo do mo watch omo they have united they are united with one goal. So I expect everybody should also to do same. What I say, na ye who say party no is what matters, and everybody should come on board for the breaking of the 8th, and then not only breaking of the 8th, no, for it is possible agenda, no. So I think say kudos to the party members and everybody who came out there to vote, and I kudos also to the electoral commission. EC actually say they are capable of organizing effective and efficient, free and fair elections. And kudos to them and the party hierarchy and everybody are play role, the media and then the Ghanaians as a whole and the party in general. No, the way I'm comporting more to a bar yanti niesi wo super delegate no harm, no violent free elections and then Kennedy Kasai decide to say although he's a loser, the elections were free and fair. Kudos to the party. Now, MPP party, as of now, going forward, should be united. I think we also need to now begin to judge and see whether we can bring our brother, our father on board, Alan Chemantin. So, currently, I think the party must start making moves and see whether Alan Chemantin will give that tax to Kennedy Pond. And I think Kennedy Pond has a bigger role to play. And so, I believe this is what I see coming. Now, let's see what should be done immediately. What should be done immediately? Ms. Ramo, what should be done immediately? Baumia, Dr. Baumia, and the campaign team should be dissolved. The Dr. Baumia campaign team no should be dissolved immediately. And then I'm dissolve no. Moi, mukobwa Dr. Baumia, and internal elections no. That campaign team no, much more baby yeah. Your only focus was to make sure that Baumia wins. It ends there. I'm expecting Baumia to have a fresh, new face campaign teamer, brother. Because they say, no, you're moving from Ken being your main target. And at the internal elections, now you are going for the main elections. And I believe, sir, we must, the Baumia should bring the strategy on board. The party must take over. Baumia, you don't have a say now, and your party, the kudos my idea. I will quit some of my idea. I kabu mun my idea. Tema Wontumi my idea. But they don't know. The better picture is that you are going for the national elections now, and I pray that you have a broader campaign team. You incorporate Kennedy Pond. Kennedy Pond has a very big role to play. He has a very big role because he holds 30% of the electorate. He must go and convince them. Nyama Kennedy Pond kan ya eto masuma omu vote to Etia Baumiano. Ken can go and do the undo. So Ken has a big role. Ken must be assigned the role of convincing the voter region people and then the central region. These are the two regions that all we need here. Give Ken a bigger role to play in the main elections. Let's see Kennedy Pond having a bigger role and resource well to also descend and face the NPP, NDC with the showdown. And then please, with the national campaign, Mr. There were some of you, Muye Baumia campaign now. Mumubiwa, Mukoya Muhu, friend say, Nipaka Krebi Trap, Baumia, we will not tolerate that nonsense going forward. Baumia is property biom. Right now, it is the property of the party. It is that Baumia small campaign team, no. Munguno. Everybody matters. Everybody is part of the team. Mamu ko team kiti. Ama enu so the division beba. And abeye say bi mu die be. No. Baby do na nye dija. Baby do no. Everybody is a campaign manager. Everybody is a campaign team member. Everybody matters. Everybody matters. And you know, mu ko try Baumia share. Momo ya my say yeah block confort now listen to me. If you want to break the 8 no, those people give the way. Let Baumia be more accessible. Baby you do know Baumia should be more accessible. Baumia should go to everywhere. Door to door campaign. Mo Baumia. Move in the home. No you're free. No descending to the other Ghanaian. Everybody who want to see Baumia should have access. You should be able to talk free. Ya pese be hu na say Etobiana say na Baumia be ya a leader of the party no that the sycophants book leakers na ma go try no hia na ya fra Baumia pra yen sanka no obi ma obi sa suban no mo dey call 2024 mo lose. You must make Dr. Baumia campaign more transparent, more accessible, more down to earth. Go to the grassroots. That's where the votes are. Convince the ordinary Ghanaian. So the campaign team should be every member, every MPP member, from police station to the national chamber. Obia will role play. Obia mumo obia jumaninye. And let's use Kennedy Pond, get Kennedy Pond on board to tell you the problems are identified at the base. So that he can help you strategize. Now, going forward, it's number 1, the campaign team with Baumia should be dissolved immediately. Number 2, going forward, no. More appointees now. Mama, Nana do baya. What did you mean? Now you're appointable for 8 years. I call 8 years. Ye reshuffle. More ministers. Deputy ministers, board members, every appointee of this government must start adopting the constituencies. Most start to say, Nyamwenya what party mo no mo be share grassroots no. Every appointee, whether when you bio, who you bio, once you are appointed, no, the perception out there say, mu didi, na mu men, sanet here. That's the perception. Whether it's true or not, fire home. Moi, Makoji, moi, Nanado, favor moi. For 8 years, you have been ministers. For 8 years, you have been deputy ministers. For 8 years, you have been directors of boards and board members. For 8 years, you have been the CEO of government institutions. For 8 years, you find yourself as ambassador. For 8 years, you have been seen to have been favored by this government. Now is the time to descend and then take care of the foot soldiers, take care of the other people, come down to their level. Let them know, say, you were there, you went there to serve, and war unto you people. And let me pray for no war unto you people. Who say, who show opponent behavior, your more behavior, and appointees. We will come hard at you. Some of us will come out at you, breaking the earth, and Nyagro, dear. And if more appointees, no, I'm going to get a list of all of you people. I'm going to make sure that I have the list of all the appointees, and then we will make you account and behave responsibly. Monshe Mokase Muye, Monshe Manyakufa Muye, Muye open to another Ghanaian. You're from a Mon Peke. Talk to people, go to the constituencies, more MPs, Munya. Anybody who is seen to have benefited, those people who people perceive to have benefited from this government, go and share whatever they perceived, whether it's true or not true. Would they go and be there? Go to your hometown, talk to them, help them. That is how we win the elections. Mama Ghanaians in Felemo. The appointees of this government, those people who were privileged to serve under another government, no, let the people feel you. Usha party members, I don't blame them. Party officers, MPP party, no, MPP party. The party structure, no, munisika. It means party officers. Like the chairman, the chairman, party leadership, no, Omunisika, they are not appointees of government. Like regional chairman, Omunyashi, they are not appointees of government. Or I say, and the party structures, no, Omunya appointees, but they even at the ground helping. How much more Makoji ministers in post akese? Na me hu sa mo titika akese mu, fitiana ko, sa mo ka akese no, mo paki. Mu tu kana mo de akọ. See, Ghanaians, ye chise, ye be who so be, and that is Cassirimu, Mumma, Kobe Bia, Yan Paki Kakasero, let's go to the people. Munko, talk to the people. Baumia must show a different leadership altogether. This is the time that Baumia, so Oma Obiun say, the style of leadership is different, will be different from Nanado leadership. Nanado Oko, whether I like it or not, no, I can't in 1 year and something, he's here, he's gone. And no, to me, no, who was spiritual eye, and no, he hand over the power. Who many Nanado spiritually, no, I've handed over the power to Baumia. That is why Baumia, I see Baumia as my president. Just a what happened yesterday at the South Stadium, no, has spiritual implication. Nanado flag on the man, no, spiritually, no, will hand over the baton to Baumia. So Baumia is your 2024 president. So Munima. Mama dear, friends, I'm saying, oh no, you be retired. Whether you like it or not, Mama will be retired in 2024. There's no way Mama can be president. It will not happen. Spiritually, no. But the battle has been won. You see, before you become a president, a spiritual warfare. Those people are who share more deep poetry and I'm share fake income share. And I'm looking at somebody, and I'm almost with the level. Almost with the level. And I know Kereport even didn't believe you. Kereport that I know on this element deal. Oh no, that during the year, the physical work. More share one God this animal niano nkwasia kikakasa mukoye kwasa kikakana social media and then Kennedy no care no vote and amoko kakasa animal niano mu suit level Ken ni obi abetwe na dua yejumu na djumu do. Nobody should rely on these fake people. NPP munye jumadin na humbrasie and no kware and win the heart of the ordinary Ghanaian. You say it is spiritually no Baumia is your next president, whether you like it or not. It is yeah, amen. And when I sit here and I talk, I know what I'm talking about. It is miserable. Government appointees, Musuni Mubai, will determine whether you may break it or not. It will be any kind of year. Baumia team, no, Munya, and everybody should be a member of the team. Me pese me hu kofo kakra bi na ye twa ba omi ehia da wo hia blok ba ba kwa ye hu no mama ena papa wa no ye fre no say onko adora se kro obeko sa na mo ye ba omia. Let's ba omia be accessible to everybody. It should be on the street, it should go out, it should be there. We don't want people to surround the man. Mumo obia nya part of the man. Ne ye hu say Baumia hiamwa. Dr. Baumia ohiamwa enye se yekodidi no hono. Mo am kra dwen fi am pa adwane edi no enye no epanya. Baby edu no Baumia hiamwa. Baumia needs the help of the ordinary Ghanaian to win. So enye if you say na mokoye mo say ye kopek campaign sikedi. No. There's nothing like campaign money. It's hard work. It's hard work. And when the other person and the foot soldiers in MPP realize this say, oh, when I say Baumia campaign team no is open to all, but not a few. Everybody will be part of it. Number two, when the ordinary Ghanaian and then the MPP and foot soldiers and then those who are downtrodden get to know, say, oh, the appointees are being caring. If the appointees no are being accessible, you who and yes, I'm oku, as I'm oku, my friends, I'm oku, I'm picking that. Who the says to buy DMP will be cool, who bought may you treat you. Some who were not many so. You will be poor influential, you're from home picking. Sounds about full way, what did your member better break it here? You want to but a message, what you call it a pick? Someone who when you call it a pick. You see, respect the people. Some of you could be also because Musuma Funa Modipotiono and I remember Mafu Buffalo. When they call you, don't pick. Who are you? That are for? Who do you think you are? When we call you, why you a lawyer? We are you're 22 years a lawyer. I call you, you don't pick the call. What the hell do you think you are? Who do you think you are? And you see, if you begin to take these people, people who are not accessible, who do baby our baby, you try one pick. Only I say, now, if the person become you make people, you lose people. A campaign team manager should be accessible. Any call you pick it. Only I say, oh, 10 minutes ago, so there's some MPs who are friend no. Some say, can you call for pick it? So soon you buy no man call for buffalo. You are not accessible. When you want power, get closer to the people. That gives you power. Make very well. Supreme Court election petition. Boys abre. And I'm a post be an better ashes. This Baumia government, we will go to check you. Number 3, the first one, me see, they should open the campaign. Everybody is part of the campaign. Then campaign chairman, we allow everybody to be part of the campaign. Number 2, the appointees must be down on there. They must live a simple lifestyle and then help financially, morally. Muma who say you are there for the party. Muma party didn't feel him. The way the poor called grassroots, Oma party didn't feel him. Do the same. Once I'm over here. Can the point within this short time I've shown you say when you are free with the people, when you go and then dine with the other person, you see the difference. If it's not because I'm not for drop Baumia, come on smoother level. If any because say Baumia has been ordained to be. Can you see, can the people have won easily? So, I beg you, the people around you, if they are not accessible, omu muadia, pomomu, menfa obi bia and menwa, omuadie, are not accessible. What we are going to know, you need people. When you go to be back, Chamawu to them no bia, Chamawu to me back studio, number football bontia, or see when they came, Etiobia. Chamawu to me is so accessible everywhere. That's what leaders do. You won't vote. And then leaders who close their hand and think that they are big, and sit in their B8, and then when the people call them, they don't pick. What the hell do you think people are? What do I say? And I'm more for saying, and I don't buy into no, my year, and I don't never call. Listen to me. Number 3. Would me? Number 3. That's about me. And MPP. MPBA. Watcha. Nihunya kono. Mumanonko. Mutie. Yewie. Presidential elections. Yeba parliamentary elections. In February or so. In choosing your parliamentary candidates, no. Every MP biara, watche biara, bonga, amount for power assembly, mejina. Etina chemesa bonso, ehun say, on to be winning. Chemesa bonso, oko lidi swame. Eko kasa baby, no one there swame for year no. You too tiano. Because chemesa bonso was Baumia. But in the own constituency now, Baumia lost there. It tells you a signal. The people, when they are not happy with you, they will vote against you. And the MPP, some people winning majority seats in parliament. Mo say Baumia campaign, aye akona. Mo say MPs na mache bebre benda mo ho afu mama for no mo nko. Leave the scene. Anya parliament amamu. Ebi move 1 year, first time, second time, yeah. Mabre. Nanado 8 years and okono. Aya. Temesa bonsumo ko. Nila tebana pomuni ako. And in the same way with MPP. MPs na bi amaya 6, 7, 8, 10. Minya. Mun fi ona fresh face Mmra. Na energize the base. And you know, yako parliamentary elections no. MPP all droit de fond no. MPs all droit de fond na madane mo for the betu sala no. Obi biara uhunya akono no. Je se obi biara constituency ne pewo. Na enie hu se constituency no apewo. Why you jumadin and they are calling on you to stand no. With the exception of those people no. O makania no mu fi ona new face Mmra. Na party ni parliamentary candidates for no nya akono. And the party is very careful, say, in electing their parliamentary candidate, no, but you know, they should take into consideration people who are media chair, gas with Rumpomo, Munyo Mufio, Namuma, fresh face Mmra, and then the old ones are their love, don't maintain them. So the parliamentary elections is also crucial because whether you can break the 8 or not, no, if you break the 8 without majority in parliament, it's very difficult for the government, for Baumia to govern. So let's look at the parliamentary area also very critically. Very important. Let's look at that area. Very important. FA 84. Things that this MPP must do beyond the year. There has been a lot of propaganda out there by your opponent. NDC forum for the past 8 years now. They have been in a position. Opposition now, you don't have a responsibility. Come so dewo. Obiya only adwuma ye. No come de no. Na over time no. Otumi propaganda pa. Eto what here NDC for no. Omofia ben mache. Enti mama say oni hwe ye. Osoro no pa. Onto so no board. nti no ɔte hɔ a oni hweyɛ nti ɛbɛda ne nsoko ne nkasakasa NPP NDC party no ɔmo nyinaa ayɛ unemployed ɛna ɔmo nyinaa no akɔma di ɔmo nti no ɔmo hyehyɛ adwuma na ɔmo hyehyɛ adwuma ɔmo nyɛ mu po they are ɔmo hyehyɛ adwuma with the media nti you see that there are some media houses ɔmo de ɔmo yɛ ane yɛ ɔmo yɛ anti NPP and anti Bawumia. And this NPP, we need to sit down and strategize on those media people. Even Captain Smart, you must assign people to handle Captain Smart. It will be handled easily. You see, Kevin Taylor and Captain Smart means two people now. They are there. So NPP must have the media support some of our programs. Your programs, you say, support us to deal with those elements, because you see, NPP, NDC. I buy a lot of the media houses online. It means our Minister of Information, we know Wontumi Minister of Information, you can't counter those people. Upon Kruma, you can't counter them. Because who Kasagala Fontie, the Ministry of Information, Ghanaians will see you as propaganda for the government. So you need to resource and get media houses and people online who also will deal and crash those people. Captain Smart is number one. They say after Bawumia, they are going to double the attack. They will attack the presidency. They will attack Bawumia. They attack Bawumia team. And the Captain Smart, Kevin Taylor, and all those pro NDC media houses. And people who have gone to take money from Ibrahim Mama and Mama and this phono to do their bid, you need to have a strategy for them. And handle them going forward. Because propaganda there's someone who said we Bawumia no. So we shake the poetry. The omo no can no vote no. Do no yes adenya bebre so ye NDC for fairly till now amudi Bawumia ba no. They will start the attack. How do you put a check on these people? You need a strategy. So you must have that strategy. Because the battle will be won on social media, whether you like it or not. Social media is very, very strong too. So you must have the presence of NPP, pro-NPP people. People will be biara or kasama NPP, be amuro soso no. Not to be kasa ye. Ya no yede. The program so moment actually deny the media omo ye anti-NPP. Mamu koye advert wo. Mamu koye advert wo stations ni bi wo a na maja mimi program am ye mu me advert so na put multimedia na mo de musika komo. The NPP businessmen, you do adverts in your opponents, the people who hate you on media houses. You must label them. You see, media houses biara like Onia, any TV3. I don't expect NPP businessmen to go and do adverts over there. Don't resource them because they are there. And there are some media houses where you should focus on resourcing media houses. Obutu come as no money propaganda. And set up. See, baby, I do know. At a media enjoy. Intro enjoy. Propaganda enjoy. Gandam enjoy. Meet them boot for boot. Meet them. Kevin Taylor follow. Get people also to deal with Kevin Taylor. Everybody, get them on board. That's how we protect Bawumia and the presidency. And Potozwa. Mebo udi wo mistake here. Potozwa. Monkaje Potozwa say loyal pa body did 1. My body did 2. The next time no, they never try be kano. Why say ya nana do be pam no. And now friend say frema be pam no. Potozwa mebo udi biom. Potozwa. Mu te faster house no na mo ya political friend say things, among your political things, but identify people who can talk and resource them to do the bidding. Namunja is our lies, the propaganda, and it's Mumuganda and Binibiamoyano. Some of us will not tolerate that nonsense. And then so Muria Let's handle some men of God, alleged men of God. So some can Nsem, politics so led by Prophet Odro. Tie, no propaganda. Tie, no did put them. Tie, no or didn't about me at them. I saw from a sorry, Kanyamia Sem, Kanyamia Jane. You know them, they are in the system. Pastors now, yes, I know, have counter pastors. Musishe Jumama counter pastors. Musumumpa pastors are almost on no thing. Odro say no move for the mommy. Odro move for the mommy. I mean dealing with one on a Musaba couldn't. Reverend Odro, oh my friend, Musaba couldn't. Musaba so no doors to tell no. On your milipa. So Reverend Odro there in some kicker. Me pese be use you kwasian some kicker. Or Bena no in some who na me say this kind of politics you who use to puppet no and is political gandam then anything MPP for move 30 pastors are yet chomoka kum chacha muni akaubi you see kum chacha muni akaubi you see how kum chacha is coming out at Nanado and they identify those pastors and they handle them well move you know about civil society led by when I say Professor Jampu any Imani Ghana when I say president no and you know but there are civil society organizations out to be some politics no more identify them people like Professor Ba Mumpamno sa Ba Bina or why disappointed in the party I will be no kasa rough no Mokomano board member ewo Ghana hostel deal with those elements. Some of them are lecturers. Some of them are think tank. I'm think tank. They move tank. I'm thinking. Empty think tanks. Think tankers. Empty. I'm nothing but propaganda. They offer nothing. Those people now, I'm from civil society people. No. Identify them and then handle them very well. What I say? Yeah, we are never there. Make sure say you protect the presidency and Dr. Baumia from unnecessary attack. The battle has started. It has begun. And now Baumia but and then Fitiman de Kobamu Fitiman de Konufu say NDC for Quatrase. NDC after the elections in Yano, I hear meetings. The same of Baumia plan. And in their meeting, they are going to have their media houses ready. By this time, for tomorrow programs. As for the be started, I be cassette and a civil society for analysis. Let's have a counter. Boot for boot. Also for draw kasa na when you so for bisuro akanta no why din capital kasa na mama nya bisuro akanta no why din that's what you do so that you protect the presidency and protect Bambia and sell your message. You see, when you have people who can do that job for you, the Ministry of Information have the luxury now to do public education. Resource the Ministry of Education, Public Education, resource the various governmental agencies, PR and Public Education Department, resource them for them to do the education. Educate people on the Ghana government achievements and what Nanado has done so far and why Baumia. Let's have that conversation. Let's project Baumia. Let's talk about it positive, and let's make sure that we protect him from unnecessary attack of the weaknesses. That is what we need to do. We need to do that. I say Lastly, no, Mesra baby edu no. Muma yen start campaign nase. And mo Ashanti region, let me address the Ashanti region. Ashanti region. Mo obi biara owo Ashanti region biara ya Ashanti region. Obi biara oya Ashanti region biara NDC sees you as MPP. They see the region as anti-MPDC. Enti mo Ashanti region for na mo ya Ashanti region no. Mo de musu momo na mantu abapa. Na mo ma MPP co opposition na region ya. Mama any NDC omo mfa bibia mba hada omo kada. Mama ni NDC kotrase e ka say Ashanti region ye baby a odi goat coat out ka be go akra. And they meant it. The apostle of no contribution, no chop is around. That's their policy. Mama has only 4 years. Sak Owinia. Traffic Kwanso Winnie. I can do so 4 years. No bar. Undeveloped Ashanti region. Enti mo Ashanti region. Ashanti fona mo hana. Mo fo se nanado nya hwe no. Se nanado statistics. Bama statistics. Wo nyama ya wa Ashanti region. You appreciate. When you compare Kufua, Nanado have overworked more than Kufua in 8 years. The things he has done, road, water, the story, social story will be told. Miss Rami and Ashanti region for Miss Ramo. Moon Protective Party. Rally beyond Baumia. What I say, Otu for Kasa blessing. The party, no, it's Simonaso, MPP and Mochapadio. MPP, Monanamu, Edemuja, when they say MPP. Mona na mu bi wa mona na mu na bua na MPP gina mo nti region no mu hold the party as your bona fide property na mu nya na ye nto aba na ye wetimi na wentimi na wonto aba for bi mu me nto aba na NDC for Mmra na mu smooth the level. The other regions they show said they are matured in politics. They are not looking at the tribe, they are not looking at the religion. They are looking at who can bring something on board. And between Baumia and Mamano, you could see the person who be on board. And kudos to President Baumia can easily be seen from the issue White Makey for the first time, a vice president. Yeah, elected like a Fabera. It been see that. Since Nkrumah time up to now, no, there's no vice president. What to me about presidential candidate. Lawrence attempt anya ye. Lawrence attempt anya ye. What do I say? Anya no pay. Other people attempt anya ye. Miss Munya, you see, so it's record that have been sent. Record no set, but we have broken the record. So a vice president, a city vice president, first being elected, kudos. Number 2, for the first time, an Opna and a Zongo boy, a Muslim, being the flag bearer, a BC that. When I just said, I mean, someone is so. A BC that. Number 3, percentage about me, Eddie Winnie. Lashes we know. Abrabo Kufo there so. Kufo mu nya 50 something. Nana do nya 50 something. Obi anywhere when you 61. Nobody. There's nobody. MPP or primaries for presidential primaries. You can't you can't beat your opponent more than 60. But Baumia has been able to show say 61 was at the record. And for the first time, you be your president. Academician. President. Now own him so be president. Until the baby, I go to school. Young boy, wale boy, from the north. Na ya pekeno. Na nyame sa wona so enti no. And for the first time, president, all the Christian community don't know. Me who be that? Baumia is loved by all. the Christian community don't know. Pentecost for penasem, Roman for penasem, Methodist for penasem, Presbyterian for penasem. All the churches for penasem. The only Asoria, Baumia, our challenge per Assemblies of God. All the Assemblies of God, the entire our challenge day 2. 1, Assembly of God, no, Mama kwa sorry war. Number 2, Reverend Reagan no, or NDC ni, Reverend Reagan. Oh no, NDC ni. Who they say? The leader of Assemblies of God no is purely NDC. Oh no, NDC time no, Mama Muman appointment, prison council chairman, you know, he has been always pro NDC. Reverend Reagan. Oh they say, and then because Mama kwa sorry war. You know, Assemblies of God can remember but leadership. But when it comes to the other religious sects, no, they all love Baumia. Mama, so ye Christoni. Baumia enye, mama enye. Nyame hunkoko dware ne Baumia. Mama de on penny mama nyame hunkoko dware no. On penny. Mama mpene manyame hunkoko dware no. Onim. Ofo mama. Ofo Baumia, moral life. Moral. Who has high moral character? Nyowo subai. Nyono musa. Nyono musa mama. Jope ma mama. Nyanenum ya de mama. Ndezika de mama. Nya krono any corruption. Abata no mama. Nyope chili mama. Nyoni ma bebre awo mama. Morally. Baumia stand store. Onum nsa, onum cigarette. Onima enworu basasa. Ena untumi fa de kata share pro. Emba tano ho. So when it comes to integrity, omutu ni integrity no, Baumia stand store. You can't nipa and go sit on the swap. Baumia. So Baumia Jamia so damn no to Yaminoma, about shock you. Never Baumia engineer ha. Never Mamma engineer ha. Near to one piece like a river, Mamma to me too. Mamma to me too. One piece like a river. I tell my Mamma to me too. Baumia would sink. Mama to me to nyamenyom o nyakopon na me to nyom me mano yenye competition sia na fa to ba me be to sa nyom no o to fu me no ni me ruradi me ka fu no ba me will sing all the Christian songs ti ye che unya nkokoro dware no. And when you bring Mama and Baumia a mismatch. So when I look at NDC talking about and only the embassy. They thought it's a done deal. Money about me about a done deal. Musro boy no. Boy no musro about me papa. Oya nyame chade ma on Africa. No be the president with star. If the support of Kennedy Pon. Kennedy Pon so Kennedy Pon. I don't know propaganda etiano. Or your presidential material papa. But Kennedy Pon so yeah, but me di Kennedy Pon eba. But me di wia Ken na be tu aso. Ya bon pa nyame ma Ken kwentetin na hoden. You break it wia Ken will take over. We have the men. The MPP have the men. NDC the only men no. Uyi ma me fi wa na eba. Only c'est ça MPP flag bearer NDC flag bearer will be a problem. They don't have the men. I know do Sudan Kofu kakra they don't have the men. Mama will find it difficult to look for a running mate. Very, very difficult. Sami Oku, you are calling me for what? I don't know, friend me. Oh, friend me, Sami Oku, why are you calling me? Maybe that program so maybe both in a friend of friend me. What the hell? pick your call. I will not pick your call. When I call you for important things, do you pick it? I'm telling you the attitude of some of you. Someone is saying, "Musubai, na man accessible to people, accessible to people." That is only where you will. Ghanaians, when somebody call you, pick. Unless you say but many people who are accessible. But somebody will call you and then some important information on the man, then you don't pick. You don't return the call. It's total disrespect. Now you people are very influential upon them here inside grassroots. And how do you expect them to vote for you? This is the attitude I want to change. This is what Canadian people did, and then you nearly cause upsets. And some of us will not tolerate that nonsense. We will not tolerate that nonsense. Look, going forward, you mini papa. You so muso ache. You so muso me you so muso ache. Look, some of us we will not regard you. We are servants. From President Nado or see minister, you are our servants. We are smart for. When we give you power, don't come and lord it over us. What dare you? When we give you power, you are our servants. And what a servant does, you serve. You don't pick your master's call at will. What the hell do you think you are? And I'm using Samuel Uku as an example, but I'm talking to those appointees, more and more Titi Faster House. Potozo, more and more Titi Faster House. To them, I'm on you. More and more Titi Faster House, more who calls and more picking. You will make the government popular. Going forward, I want to see a responsible appointees who respond to the call of the ordinary Ghanaian. You need their vote. And you tell the idea you are looking for their vote. When they vote, you vote to block it, pick it. I'm giving one example. Chairman Sabonso, you call Chairman Sabonso at 1 o'clock or pick it. Even he will return your call. I'm talking about some of the ministers, some of the appointees. They will return your calls. That is how you win the heart of the ordinary Ghanaian and your party people. Tisabe Okubidi, one example, the first and frame. You dare not call me on my show. Who frame me all day? Most of them Musubai. Mom Flaster House. Mom mo ben about miano. Sa Subana mo ben na do mo sisa. Mo tare na do ho a mo di Musuba fono ba ya ma na do government and wo chire no sa na we will not tolerate that. With Baumia is going to be the most accessible president. He's going to be the most responsible president. Need campaign, no, everybody is part of it. You don't need to be appointed. We are going to the grassroots. We are going to the street. You are going to the market. You are going to the churches. You are going to the communities. You are going to the schools. You are going to everywhere to preach the good news that Nyamidi Abrantie bi ofi wale abrayen. At this time, though, the nation will be dunu or the Solomon aba. Ye David nana do no obekuko deden obeto hardship obeto nyama ebinsi bi da COVID Ukraine war any nyama ebinsi da or kuko deden. Nado will not be the most popular president in terms of hardship omoye komuno but the person that hand over power man will be the Solomon of our time. The young president who understands the pain of the ordinary Ghanaian, who has the backing of the Lord and the spirit to lead us to the promised land. And you see the Baumia we are talking about. Utana, udi muso na benam. Baumia yo biya utana because you're an innocent-minded person. He meant good for the people. He meant good for this country. But we will make sure, say, people, you see, good people, most of the times get surrounded by bad people. That's the problem. Good people, get surrounded by bad people. And the people who makes the person bad. Because if there is a person, oh, you're good, but people around him, are bad, then they cover it. You may have good intentions, but the people around you, if they don't have the reflector, then they will give you bad counseling. And they will say, oh, any biara, obedi the advisors and people around him, should have good intentions. And it's my prayer. Say, nyame a we peja baumia, efi wale, nyame a wo ma baumia asebi, nyame a wo ma baumia wako kode na akunumu no odi nkunim no, nyame a odi baumia aba no, nyame no kasa emmo baumia ba no ma ni papa, omo adwen papa, suban papa, ni ye papa, entwa no hunhia. No muntumi ntonofu yie na bibi ko chiwa oma draw attention me bon pa se nyame emma omo pesike locate ba omia akonfo me bon pa se nyame akonfo bia obi akonu woni nisu bia no yiri fi ba omia ho obi opema bia yiri fi ba omia ho obi a odidi a omi yiri fi ba ho obi akra hu fi yiri fi ba omia ho obi am adwen papa ni na timu ewo omamu no yiri fi ba omamu me bon pa se nyame ema nkofo a omo wo Ghana ho do nkofo a omo ye ba omia buafo enye ne didifo ba omia buafo nyame ma ba omia abuafo enye didifo omo ntwa papa yi haban na me gidi se ma ombia de onye yimu dia oni bebe ofi oni bebe na amene ne ko mama de yehunu da mama de obedi vice adobiti obedi president wa pon adwuma nyame pon mama adwuma we device abedi president ba me a device manokwan so obedi president bi now the white device president aden who is that nyame yere juma nyame pon wa na pon wo nton na mama nyame pon wa pon wo juma bewiye wo se shade wo fu a wo wu already so de mu why spy every people koi whom say you mama na obe humi afie wo bra mu na ma humi wa bra from assembly member Mmra assembly member ebedi me hini post bi a mama ndi ye wa Ghana deputy minister president vice president international president just say post bi a wa Ghana bi an what di bi da then na me ye obium enye ni breboni na dufupa aka obi a nyame ma wa ye wusei na mama na nyame ye wunye no wose nyame mbo wiye nyame nim wiye hey no be no nya na wunya he president mama what do you have the nyame ye wo dem biom ena mo di mama chi na enye mama yo mu yefu come na di mo ache and this for anybody who supporting mama is obi a comedy no ena some of them the young ones they've been blaming you didn't see mama show obi all 14 years you don't understand mama but I'm telling you need MPP you need to get the youth down there to explain to them say mama as within wabone brave oh 60 something 68 I call this 70 years so yes I'm a president and a president no you don't you have the men you over the president who ask Gashani until who your president who person by your president now do pension who the pension pay now that's who the president salary why should you do that why can't the constitution says that Obi Biara why your ex-president Biano should not stand we need to amend our constitution once you are not able to get your 8 term it's enough once you are not able to get your 8 term who go first term ne Antoma who your ex-president you have expired. Therefore, you don't even have the chance to come back again. That should have been a provision. How can Obi a ex-president or a pensioner Ni go for pensioner ba say o say be di ade biom. Enti ono tie ono or your president, ex-president, pensioner and oye juma. What be that? Enye no me. Is it not a curse? Is it not a disgrace to the nation that the whole Ghana, more than 30 million people know? You be as a mama Kwana on the president, only vice president, not somebody president, not some combebium, not somebody president, and this is from win Kwasi party, Papa. You don't have the men. And then you see what the funny thing is that when they sit down today, they begin to talk about when I say, and the mama had 98 point something. Yes, you have 98 because you don't have the men. So mama is able to win your primaries with 98 point something. It means that NDC, you don't have the men. Once you don't have the men, how can somebody who have aspired, who have been in power, he want to come? There was no even competition. Opening the 4 person or Banuka, if Kennedy Pong were to be in NDC, the way NDC from MPP from Mark Kennedy Pong, the opportunity and the chance to say whatever he want to say, to do whatever he did, without a party sanctioning him, the attack on the party, the attack on his opponent, that the things that can report here, you know. If it were to be NDC, can you now what I say, how will they do support our country? How will they do so? There was no allegation of corruption, nothing. I said to Ketiani Mama say uncle because of the person of presidential abolition. Now I'm moving to authority credit point. But you see, MPP has the man. And we know that Kennedy Pond is a good man. He has the potential. He meant good. He allowed it. It was a contest. But Mama dear, for Mama to get 98.9 shows that NDC, you don't have the men. And your party has no future. And a party only future, no to baby DSO. To me catch them, no matter say on mine no, baby do no. Say nyami, eyi obi ba. Na nyame person si ne hene a wa ubeya esi akwan no na nyame yiwe fi ho wa ubeya esi akwan na nyame ama vote kra aye tan. You see obi bi obe vote ama egesi ba obi obo so obe wi no na ba obi wi ni na we ni aye all. So tonight me be tumufo say ba omi wi ni a mo me ni aye nkambom. You make sure say you be protected Baumia from unnecessary attack because it will start from Monday. NDC people like Sami Jefimu, but Omo meeting as we speak right now. They are in a meeting planning about how to run down Dr. Baumia. The strategy is to give civil society, church pastors like Odro and co. And then the media houses will come hard. But then we need to resource the MPP, pro-MPP stations and bloggers to counter. There should be a counter. The party must arise and fight the battle. Because not less than 1.5 years, so Munya is Mmra, MPP is not of book. Let's face your opponent with dignity and with strategy. Let's counter their propaganda and let's win the battle ahead of us. Because whether you like it or not, no, God, Nyamin Sawum, but Nana do buy. With the battle is the Lord, no. Baumia, so say, it is possible. Or say, with God, all things are possible. That's what Baumia is trying to say. Or say, Nyame, say, Otumi adini niya. So Baumia is saying that with God, all things are possible. And that's the spirit of the American. The American dream is that you are training American. Akola say everything is possible. That is why the Americans are on top of the world. And that's the mentality that Bawumia is bringing. It is possible. To me, I didn't hear what Christ are or strengthening. What did I say? Hey, and you made my dedicated for Bawumia, and I think that I'm so excited. And you should be happy for Dr. Bawumia. And all MPP. Obi biara to abatia no kra no. Bawumia understand. So boy my process no. But we want to took the pon from kra. Kudos to Kennedy Pond. And I wish I'll get him to interview him here on my platform. I wish I'll get Kennedy Pond. I'll do my best to interview Kennedy Pond for him to showcase what he has. Because I think that he has a lot for the party and the nation. And that passion, yeah, man and that. Maybe Allah will be no butterfly then fly. That do me butterfly no you should do. Bomb pie say butterfly no fly. Fi touch na ko. Ala butterfly no aka. It is so good butterfly no so. Nyame mo wa butterfly. Obo e the elephant. Ebreo. Yeah, ma elephant and call butterfly. You can't fly. The butterfly cannot fly in the name of Jesus Christ. You doom nija. Yeah, Bompire say, Alan, Yamin so dies from ko. Now who say Ken, who knew Ken? I be join Ninyaki to Bawumia. And we need Alan. All Alan supporters, tell Alan, say, we need Alan. He belongs to the party. And he will come back to the party to break the 8. Because that is the portion for Ghana. And as so far, Nyame nusra wo mo so. A o ma bompa o mo nye dede wo social media no. O mo na ma o mo nso mo hye nkomo. O ma ka Nyame adwen. Enti no Bawumia we need elections 2024 with 50.9%. And I'm a catcher one. And I'm staying in Ghana, me ko Togo. Oh yes, yeah. Ti obi bi o hwe me nwumre yi. Ah, Nyame nhyira wo. Wo ye MPP ba. Him. Uye obia. Ujon osno ebusua. Him. Uye obia osno aye party outdoma. Him. Uye obi so a uni party obedoma bedom also party because the winning team. You say we are no. You always join the winning team. What do I say? Osno. Yan kunim di franka. Until already kukuda. Obey him osno yan kunim di franka. What do I say? Bawumia obey him say ya. Odi kunim odiko obey say dibiom. Bawumia odi kunim odiko obey say dibiom. Bawumia wedi kunim odiko obey say dibiom. Bawumia di kunim. Ewa mama so say ochini say mama man is small. Yes so Bawumia bebe na asia kinkirikim. Oka ye hu. Ye che kudi nifo. Akudenya dide producer uwo Tego sisters nyumna bo hwa ye di kunim ye di ko ebe say de hwa nyuma ye bono o ye MPP ni a o de ye di kunim ye di ko ebe say di biom ye di kunim ye di ko ebe say di biom adwena miari sa na breaking the 8 it is possible symbol ni ye ko enim no ababa say hey. na nipa ba kwase a mana na say nye chama Wontumi kura so betumi chama Wontumi mayi kuja say go sra wo no so no anaka say we breaking the 8 o ono di ka breaking the 8 o chama na wako 10 sam wo sra no ana odi bia ko sra Bawumia once you have Chama Wontumi on your campaign team ono call north no ono di ka breaking 8 o Chama Wontumi I breaking the 8 Obey chairman 2016 Obey chairman 2020 and Obey chairman 2024 he has broken the 8 ti Chama Wontumi sang was na nyame bie kwama wa wodi mpaibo na okodin no me gidi say what transfers sang so ama Dr. Bawumia and once Chama Wontumi is part of your team you go far the 8 has already been broken manyamia obo ye ho ban no hwe ye nso onko so nko ye hwe ye nso me bon pai say nyame mbo Bawumia ho ban omma na pomuden enkwa tintin omma no omma on shane din na omma wiase nia ndo no na Ghana fo ne ehu se ono na wayi na aba na meno so 7 December next year you koto aba oh na Bawumia di nkunim na Ghana fo mbehu se nyame edi ni ye onhwe wo so no mbo ho ban de da wo so bibia no nyame nyama wo oyi wo fi akwehye mu aka less than 2 months to enter into the Christmas season you November bro nye du nyame emma ne ngosra ndo so obi aso oyi emfi accident ene numi bi ase omie kwama yen omo obi adada di bendi na oma bronya yi enye kra behwe bibia obi a wo bia no on starting ekuse nyame bekoso ahwewo na fi we so obehwewo na Christmas yi yebedi ni yi isan se nyame ni yedi ni yi